Braga. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the whole demonstration of how we're gonna be working with this thing, yeah, system, you know. It's good as a music, you know, and I sure how it sound that young in real life, but I'm pretty sure it sounds very well. It's a bit, you know. Okay, cool. I think we can start. Okay, so I'll show you what to do. So far, it don't even work. But then I'll show you what to do with everything. So far, let me just demonstrate something to you. As you can see, nothing is gonna work right now because the system is not even there. It's not in existence. But I removed it. If we can look inside my folders here, we don't have bidding system that I use. And as you can see here, we have localhost dashboard bidding system. That's what we have. But so now I'll show you where you're gonna start and how you're gonna work around with this whole thing. So as I've previously mentioned, you're gonna go to GitHub and then you're gonna download the code from there. So let me go to our bidding system on GitHub. As you can see, I made a change like 14 or 15 minutes ago, but then I just wanted to change something. So that's where it gets interesting. Whatever change that I make, you're gonna be able to see it here live. Let me zoom in a bit. Okay, so the next step is to download the code. You're gonna download the zip folder. And so when we take this code, we're gonna take it directly to where we will be installing XAMPP, or where XAMPP resides. You're gonna go to your local disk, and then you're gonna scroll down, XAMPP. You're gonna open XAMPP. You're gonna go to HTTP docs, and then dashboard, obviously. Then as you can see, I have a lot of bidding systems here, but many of them are just like I just made changes and I left it there. I didn't change it. On only system one, blah blah blah. But yeah, let me just save this zip folder here. Which kind of loads in the video. I want to what you can add video. So yeah, right now what I just did, can view active auctions. So we're able to view active auctions. That's some of the things that I made possible for us to do. Okay, I'll show you where the videos are residing. So this is what I was telling you about, where each and every single thing, when you open, you always find the index folder. I like this new architecture here. It really makes me happy. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but then it's like an architectural feat. Like everything is clean, very, very clean. That was the idea behind this. Very clean. My auction. On everything, each and every single page is index. And I'll show you where it gets interesting. Look here, for example. But when I have it was a GitHub, Shugomatla bidding system tree main user. Okay, sorry, again. And then under user is my auction, and as we can see, there's nothing now, not .php or not .html, there's nothing. That's where the index becomes important, because when it reads this index here, it's able to then put it as an empty thing, because where we are right now, we're inside the index, but then it doesn't show anything. I'll make an example anyway, but it's fine. So yeah, here's so many videos here. I'm gonna remove them because they're not needed anyway. They were just for test purposes, and even if you create or you link to this thing, the videos are not gonna be able to show anyway. So I think it's time that I just create and remove. I don't want to remove the directory. I want to remove the specific videos. Okay, so this one is done downloading. I'll unzip it and I'll show you what to do with it. Okay, I think let's start here first. See where everything is here. Okay, so this is what I just downloaded. As we can see, it's here on the dashboard. Like you look at this path here, we have local disk C XM HT docs dashboard, and then we're gonna go to bidding system. So I'm gonna extract everything that is out of here. It's extracting. Meanwhile, let me remove these videos because they're taking space. Just gonna delete. Yes, I'm sure I want to delete this thing. So we're gonna delete this one here. Because our system, like, I know a lot of things, so it shouldn't even take 30 megabytes or whatever. Like it should. But then when I load it to the database, I'm pretty sure it will change. Okay, so this one is done extracting. It's called bidding system main. So we're bidding system main here. And then once you open it, there's bidding system again, and then there's this. So what I want you to do, I'm just gonna change this thing, F12, and just call it bidding system only. We don't need the main part here. And as we know, when we open this, we find another subfolder inside. And we need to take all these things here out. I'm gonna cut them, and then I'm gonna go back once, and then I'm gonna paste them here. They shouldn't be inside this bidding system main, and this folder, this directory here, we don't need. I'm just gonna remove it. So editing. Yeah, matla. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so as we can see, we have here bidding system. These are other previous versions that I've been working on, but then we know the ones that we're focusing on is this one here. So we have bidding system, and then inside bidding system we have this thing. So as soon as you land into bidding system, as soon as we open bidding system, it's just gonna come directly here and then do everything that it has to do. So now let's see. I had already created this thing on the side here. I just pasted this thing here so that it can become a nice shortcut for me to link to the bidding system. But the first thing that we see when we're here is that it tells us what is an unknown database. And so now what we need to do, we need to go to the database, and then we need to insert this here. So the way to tackle this, I'm going to open Visual Studio. I'm going to open this whole folder here using Visual Studio. So I'm going to say open with code. Oh, that is busy opening. Let me keep on deleting these guys here. Okay, I was able to delete everything that was there. It's just now component and then video. Yeah, so the video folder is empty because, but again, there's no video inside of it. So we just only have component and then index. Okay, so as I said previously, let's come back here now. So I'm just going to do reopen. Yeah. Remember, at this point, this thing is not working. The reason why it's not working, I'll show you just now. I'm going to open my local host database here, and then we're going to get inside of it, and then we're going to see a few things. So let me zoom so that we can be on the same page. Hey, too much zoom. Okay, cool. So as you can see here, we don't have bidding system. We have Bishop food storage, Bishop tools grouping system, those, all these things we have, but then we don't have, I don't know what is those. Yeah, we don't have, but again, bidding system anyway. So that's the reason why I decided to open this here. So now we need to go inside the bidding system and be able to get the information that we want to get. Let me zoom in some more. Alright, cool. So now that we're here, we're gonna go to database. This is the database that I told you to go to. I'm gonna open database, as we can see, and then open database again. And then there's the database now that we need to do to log in or to access the bidding system. So I'm just gonna make this a command for now, since already we don't have any bidding system in here, so there's no need to drop what we do not have. We just need to only create. So I'm just gonna select all, copy, then I'm just gonna paste it here, and then I'm gonna execute this. Alright, cool. So now we just created a database, is there. So now, remember what it says here. It says my SQLi connection, unknown database bidding system, and we proved that the database didn't exist. So now that the database exists, all that we just need to do is just select refresh, and then it's cool. One of the nicest things that I added there, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it now, but then I added a slight icon there called bid. So I was very happy to do that. We have a person here, sort of following Dimeling, but now let's add a new person because it doesn't exist anymore. We just created a brand new thing. So user not found. Let us create a new one. Obviously, we're gonna go for Shigo Matal. Oh no, what's interesting is that it tells you a lot of things now. So it just tells you, like, I guess you know that already. 5870538. Still don't know what we're doing with an address, so it's all right. Cool. So as soon as I click submit, if everything was successful, it takes me back here. Cool. I want to update my password and everything. Yeah, so this is pretty much the login page here. I've already zoomed everything, so it should be very yeah, it's cool. So my option, when you click my option, it takes you to these things. As you can see, as I was saying, there's nothing here. There's no .ps. It's almost as if we're not an default, but then we do not see anything here on the URL. And I think it makes me happy. Anyway, let's continue here. So under my auction, we have auction. I don't know what this button here does. I don't know why it's even here. I think the reason why it's here is because when you go to create auction and you want to go, I think it's like a back button. When you click here, it's able to take you back to this main page here. But then let's go ahead and create an auction. So this is what we have here. Create an auction, create auction. We're just gonna say, let's say it's cattle. As you can see, American Brahman. I don't know what that is. Let's say it's a male. Livestock name is called Brabiza. I don't know why I would call it that, but yeah. The age. Another thing about the age was it got very interesting because when we say years, what if we want to say 1 year and 6 months and 3 weeks and 3 days? You know, like what if you want to be more specific about a year? But I found that interesting here. So one way to go about doing that is, instead, if you want to be more specific, you can just make it by using days, or you can use months. 1 year and 6 months is equals to, what is this, 12 months plus 6 is equals to 18 months. So we can just do this then. No, plus 6, 18, yeah, it's fine. So yeah, we can just say 18 months. We know what we mean by this. Animal weight, I don't know why I said 2.4 there, for example. Sounds so obvious. So it's what I want to learn 2.4. I think maybe we can, maybe not now. I'll fix it. Maybe let me do it now. Anyway, I just want to present this now. I get one. Animal weight, let's say this is 18 months old. So we'll just say it weighs 30 kilograms. Hey, say 120 kilograms. I have nothing to say about the bio. Let's say, okay. Okay, cool. So now we're here on the ask amount. Let's say the ask amount, we want 9,000 rands. Cool, let's start there. And obviously we're going to begin with the date. Let's say it starts today. And then let's say it's going to end next week, same day, same time. So I'm going to select create auction. So animal bio here is just a choice. Whether you add it or you don't add it, it's up to the user, but you can add it. The name also, it's a choice, but the interesting thing about the name is that if I do this, it tells me that the name should be filled in. So let's see if we do this. So I guess a user can just click blank by getting a dash to say there's no name, or just a space to say I have nothing to add. But then for now we said Gibrabiza. So let's create this auction. Cool. So as we can see, we created an auction here. It takes us to an interesting page. This is my auctions. As we can see on the URL here, we are on localhost bidding system user auction, my auction. These are the auctions that the user has done, and everything has a status here. And under the status says auction incomplete. So if auction is incomplete, it means it cannot start yet. Why? Because it does not have a video. Even if we can even try to see if it's already active or not. So let's test to see if it's already active. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna go to active auction. Something's wrong. I don't know what that something is wrong is. But then, why is it saying something is wrong? Anyway, it's fine. The reason, okay, it's not gonna show either way, and the reason why it's not gonna show is because you cannot bid or view your own active auctions. But who said you can't? The only thing that you cannot do is to bid on your own active auction. So we also gonna take that privilege away. You cannot see active auctions except if you go to my auction, and under my auction, under my auction you just come here and then you can be able to see auctions. Pending auctions, there's nothing yet. So here's the thing about it. Under pending auctions, the idea is this. So if you say the auction should start tomorrow, it's gonna be here on my auction. Should it be here? Maybe not. It should rather be under pending auction to show, okay, no, but then the first thing that should happen is that this auction isn't complete, so it'll be here. So the moment you click pending auction, once this auction here has been completed and a video has been added, it'll now move to pending auction. That's where it'll wait until its time comes that it should go to my auction. Okay, so under my auctions, we'll have auctions that are incomplete. But then why don't I just put it straight under pending auction? Because it now says here, I think I should put all this information under pending auction. Because it's not yet ready. It's not yet an auction. It's pending. It's waiting for something. It's either waiting for a video or it's waiting for its actual date to start. So under pending on, I think, and then the status here should be pending date. And if the date is now, it should now move to, but again, my auction. But it's fine. So let's go back. So under active auction, we're here. something is wrong. So you cannot see your own options, and I think it's fair to do that. But I don't want to create a new user so that we can test if the new user can see the other person's options or not. So I think the best thing to do is to duplicate this thing. Alright, cool. And then here I can always go back and then log in as me. Sorry. So we're gonna create a new user. Zero. Cool. I wear now. Okay, let's say I get a 1990. 01 01 01 01. Oh, 87. Password. Cool. Cool. I'm gonna update this password. So let's see active auction. As we can see now, this lady here, this person here is able to see the auction that this guy created. Remember, this is now, as you can see, I have two things that are open. Let me just do this just so that we can work properly. So I'm gonna open two windows here so that you can see what's happening. So on the first window here, this is Hugo Matlalo, who has logged in. And then this is Tolofelo, who has also logged in. So now Shugo Matlala, as we know, we have my auction, and then we have my auction. What's going on here? Am I logged in with somebody different? Interesting. So it took me out and logged me in as Tolo. Go to so I'm gonna open a new incognito tab just so that we can try again. Go to everything that we had. Alright, cool. So now let's try with Shugo Matlala. Thank you, Boso. Cool. Yeah, now we're on incognito mode now. I can obviously remove this guy here. So now we're on incognito mode inside Shugo Matlala. So remember, Tsulu, this lady here, does not have an active auction. So if she goes to auctions or my auction and then she looks at her own auctions, there's nothing inside, it's all empty. Ne? But then when Shiko goes into my auction, and then he goes to my auction, he's able to see his auction that is there. So now what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna upload a video, choose a file. All right, let me add something about love. Let me hit Buffett. Okay, so I'm gonna submit. Here's an interesting thing. This video here is not MP4. I don't know why it's playing though, but it's fine. Okay, so we just added a video. Imagine if this video was now a livestock. As we can see, we have auction, create auction, my auction. I should change this to view auction. Let me do it now. Auction. Component, nafta. just gonna go view my auction. Just call it view my auctions. View my auctions. You just call it pending auctions. Create auction. Cool. Let's change here. Pending auctions. Okay, cool. Yeah. Now, okay, let's go back. So this is Shigo Matlala. Whenever inside this incognito tab here, Shigo Matlala, we have my auction. With active auction, something went wrong. That's because you cannot view your own auctions. We're gonna have, but again, manage account. We know what it does. You can, but again, delete the account if you want to. You can update account if you want to. Interesting. Okay, cool. Let's see here. My auction. Okay, cool. Active auction, no? Okay, cool. No. We want to view my auction. So now when you view auction is here, imagine this was a video. It tells you the status says auction created. So now this lady here, Magere Okamara, okay, let's go to auction. And then let's go to active auctions. Let's change this to put it as a proper thing, active auctions. So here's another thing that's interesting about, I'll call it an update anomaly that was once before. I remember normal bargaining, third normal form. When something is in a third normal form, there shouldn't be update anomaly. So as you can see here, we only have this page here, and each and every single page comes here, so that whenever I change here, notice how when I change this S here, each and every single page now gets affected. Now we have the S here. So that's one of the important thing about architecture. When architecture is not right, this thing will also be affected. You now have to go to each and every single page and change this and put an S. So that's one of the things that I just wanted to highlight there. Okay, cool. So now active auctions. Now when this person, Solofelo, gets into active auctions, he's able to see whether there's an auction ID called 1, the name of the livestock, Barabiza, the breed, male, blah 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 blah. I think one of the things, but for now we cannot breed, but again we cannot bid, and it's fine. Now let's say Shigo Matlala adds another, but again creates another auction. This time let's call it. Here's another interesting thing about a sheep here. There's nothing here, but this sheep will only update if you do that. So now we can see this. I don't know what that is called. Oh, I saw something interesting. Buddha goat. I said a Buddha goat. A Buddha. It's a Buddha. Okay, cool. The animal name. Let's say we don't have a name for now. Age. Let's say it's just 4 days old. Oh, poor creature. And then we'll have let's say it just weighs 5 kilograms. 5 megacentimeter. 5 sharp. I think they were like 5, let's say 10, man. 10 MR is too much, man. Let's say 7. Okay, ask amount. Let's say the ask amount is say 900, for example. So the start date, which says today. The end date, let's do it tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow, yeah. So I'm gonna create this auction. It's gonna take me back to this page, and it's gonna tell me I have an incomplete auction. And then I'm gonna choose a file. What I find fascinating here is that it doesn't show me the other thing that I just created. I don't know how these videos are, so I could be showing myself here. What I have on a Thursday. Yeah, it's a video. Anyway, cool. So I just selected a video. Now I'm gonna submit it. Now there's a video here. View my options. But then now, it creates something that is an inconsistency here, because what's going on here, Clint? Okay, guys. Okay, so I was saying, what's really going on here? Let's see. Let me log out here, for instance. Let's start again. Let's sugar matala. My auction. View my options. There should be two. Okay, let's check active auctions in here. Interesting. Okay, so I just realized an inconsistency here. I just created an auction, but then I was not able to view it, and I don't know where it went. It's either its creation was incomplete or something, and I left it off somewhere. I just want to check something. Livestock video. Okay, so we have two livestock videos, and the stock ID is 1 and 2. And so when we go to livestock, so we have stock ID 1 and 2, and then we have stock ID 1 and 2, both of which belong to, okay, okay, so I think that's where the issue comes in. One belongs to seller ID 1, and seller ID 1, Gemang. And then the other one, I think it belongs to Tsolofelo. So yeah, that's why we are not able to see each other's things. But it's a great lesson, and then I will fix it just now. Okay, so cool. So in other words, what I was doing here but then why am I seeing my own video here instead of the right one? So this one, buffer on caller, is mine, but for some reason I'm seeing my when I go to active, oh yeah, and then when I go to bargaining, and then this one, when I go to my auctions, this is my auction, get buffer on caller, and then when I go to auction, and then I go to active auctions, I can see this one, which was posted by Solofelo, but then I cannot see the one that was posted by me because I cannot bid on my own auction. That was the idea behind it. So let me just add one more just so that let's create another auction. We're just gonna, let me zoom it some more so that we can all see. So I wanted to work on the goat, no, the Buddha goat. We've already worked on the Buddha goat. I don't know what that Mangalia. Right, no name. Just say the ages. Yeah, 8 months. It's fine. So the animal weight, let's say, is 9. Say it's 90 kilograms. Very heavy. The ask amount we need 800 rands. Is fine. Hey, 800 rand for 90 kilogram. Bueno. 8,900. Cool. Say the auction starts today, and then it's gonna end tomorrow. So we're gonna create this auction here. Oh, the name is blank. Just put this. Cool. So the auction is not incomplete, but then as you can see, we have this thing here. These are my auctions. These are all my auctions. This is also my auction. And it's incomplete. So let's see how if it's gonna hold or not. So we're gonna go to view auctions, view my auctions. Okay, we already on view my auctions. So we're gonna go to auction, then we're gonna go to active auctions. It's only one, which is by Tsolofelo. So now can Tsolofelo see the auction that we just created? Let's go to active auctions. How come Tsolofelo can see her own auction? Tsolofelo again. I don't get it. For some reason, when I get Sanagamo, because if I go to my auctions, let's make this my auctions. My auction sounds very strange. Let's say my auctions. My auctions. Cool, my auctions. So let's view my auctions. So I think what's interesting here is that it's, even though I went to incognito, but the fact that I assigned here as Chico, it also signed inside the other thing as Chico. So having these two things like this doesn't really make sense. But anyway, let's complete this auction here. It says incomplete. Okay, let's sign out first and see if even when we come in, it's gonna be still the same way. So I'm gonna come here, and then I'm just gonna log out. Cool. I'm gonna log out here. For some reason, even incognito doesn't do anything, so I'll just leave it out there. I think if I open a brand new browser, maybe Windows Explorer, which I don't even think I have Windows Explorer there. Explorer. I use Explorer video. But anyway, let's go back here. So now we're gonna sign this Tsolofelo. Let's see if we check active auctions. We can only see the one by who's this guy here? We can only see this one. So let's go to my auctions and view my auctions. Okay, so this thing is still held and it's still good. It's gonna be here until we define it. But then here's, it's fine. Let's go to pending auction. Where's pending auction? Oh no, I wanna sign out and come in and log in as a new. Okay, no, let's check solo here. Because we just wanna upload a video, I get it. View my auction. Submit. Choose video. And I will save it right now. Okay, let's choose a random video here. Submit. Okay, so now the video has been loaded to this thing, so we're good. So the idea here, the reason, so right now I just want to show you guys that I can, but again, I'm signed in here, so for the emailing. So now I want to sign in as Chico Matlala and see what's going to happen. What can I see as Chico Matlala? I mean, remember the password they're calling. Alright, cool. So here's Sugar Matlala. Alright, cool. So let's check active auctions. Okay, so as I come here, these are all Solofello's bids that have been posted by Solofello. I think now I can do side by side thing. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. It does what it's supposed to do. So now let's check out Solofello and see what we can see here. So here, on this page here, we assigned it as Chico Matlala. Inside here, this is Chico Matlala. Let's check. If I try to manage my account, update my account. This here is Chico Matlala. Then here I need to sign in as Solofello. Cool. So now I'm signing as Solofello. If I manage my account and I seek here, update my account, you can see I'm Solofello. Let's go back. And then active auctions. This is Chico's active auction. Isn't it interesting? So we can see Chico created a video of this guy here. So if I go back here and I go to active auctions, I can see these are the auctions that Solo has created here. And this is the auction that I have created, but I cannot see it. So I think that's what I wanted to demonstrate for now. So now let's see how. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. You saw how I did it, Musa. Hopefully you were able to follow the step of getting where I wanted to get. But yeah, what I wanted to demonstrate, I think is done. We got it. So now I wanted to show you how you can style the whole thing. Remember, by now you have, but again, the system in here. Now let's see how we can style this thing. We're gonna go to style, and we're gonna go to index CSS. So now I'm gonna close this thing here. I don't need it anymore, but I can also open this one, and then I can enlarge it a bit. So the first question is, what do I want to style? There's various elements that we have here. Alright, cool. Okay, so we have a table here. We have a table. It doesn't have a class, the table that is here. So let's demonstrate something just very basic. Okay, rather let me just style a button. I think that's the easiest thing to style for now. I'm gonna go to manage my account. And I'm gonna go to update. So cool. There's a button here. It's called interesting. The button doesn't have a class. Why doesn't it have a class? But it's fine. I'll show you what we're gonna do. Okay. Why doesn't this button have a class? Okay, I guess that's my bad now. I should have added a class inside this button. I should have added a class. But anyway, yeah, I'll just show you. So let's say we want to make this button here blue. Let's do that. Hey. Okay, cool. So, this thing. Yeah, let's say we want to make this button here blue. We're just gonna come here. Then we're gonna say submit. Okay, let's create a class. Correct submit. No. Submit button. We're gonna say the background color. Okay, blue. Yeah, no. Okay, let's see. So now we just created a background color, as we can see here. I'm just gonna copy this class here, and then I'm just gonna paste it. I'm pretty sure you guys right now are just seeing. I easily wanna aim, but yeah. Okay, let's reload this page. Interesting. We have a submit button that is here. Okay, I want to build. I need. Just do this once and for all. No, I think I want to build a class. I'll just say input. Yeah. Background color blue. Okay, sorry, I think I know why. Okay, I think I know why. I'll come to network. I'll reload the page. There's no style here. I wonder why. Interesting. Okay, it's there. Okay, the style is there. Okay. So I'm going to clear this. Yeah. Okay, I guess we just did some styling here. Yeah, anyway, that's how the styling is done, guys. So you see how everything is affected from just a single page, but again, a single thing here. Okay, cool. So now we define the class. So now we want to target this button specifically here. Let's do this then. Input, submit, background color, say blue. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so it doesn't identify this thing here. Still won't identify it. Okay, so I guess I should do this then. So I guess what this means to me, but anyway, because my idea was that I wanted you to come here specifically, and then wherever you see the word class, put whatever that you want to put inside of it. Just like we did here, we created a class, and this class is called the submit button. And so now when we come to CSS, we define a new class, and we call it the submit button, and then we give it the color blue. So now when I now refresh this page, I should have this thing here be blue. And so now the text, I want it to be white. Cool. Now the text is white. So now let me remove the border. Cool. There's no border. Let's change the radius. Border radius. I guess why this thing is cool. So now we move. So now let's make this blue slightly. Why don't I have another issue? But man, another thing, man. I wanted to play with a nice blue. I want the blue to look slightly nicer. I'm a light blue. Let's check light blue here. Say light blue. Hey, light blue. You are too blue, and I want to have this blue here. Now that's light blue. And I don't know why it's not giving me the color highlight thingy. This is the color black. cursor. Cool, now the pointer. Make this very nice bluish color. Copy. $134. Done. Cool. Let's see something. That's a better blue. And change the font and make it look nicer. Font. So it's a very level everything. Now the font family. Okay, cool. Just change the font. Anyway, so yeah, this is what I wanted you to see. Now that we've defined a button here, we have a submit button. You can now see and try to identify where we have buttons. But this color is too light, man. Let me make it slightly darker. Let's see what's gonna happen if I put 40 here. Put 100 and see. Hey, wrong way. And now it's responsible for making it darker. Hey, wrong way. Or is it everything that may anyway, it's fine, it doesn't matter. Yeah, anyway, this is what I wanted to show you. Let's see, I get we have delete. Let's go to the delete and see. So let's make this button green as well, the delete button here. So it's under user account delete. So we're gonna go to user account delete. Then let's see what's going on under the index here. Oh, sorry, no. User account delete. Okay, cool. So here's the delete button here. We're just gonna put a class. Submit button. So now the button is green. No, delete button should be red, not green. Let's come here and say delete button. I'm gonna copy the same information. Then we're just gonna put a red here. Oh no, sorry, I didn't change the delete button here. Delete button. Cool. So now it's red, signifying that we're about to delete. So if we go to update, you can see here that's the update. The button is nice and blue. When we go to delete, the button is It's red, as we can see. So now everything moving forward is just the styling. Let's change the H1, for example. I'll just show you. So now the interesting thing about an H1 is that it's an H1. Good, it's the header. Let me show you where the header is. Okay, so here's a header here. Delete your account. So let's make this account. Let's put the header here in the middle of the page. So we're just gonna say H1. Then we're gonna have text align, center. Let's check if it really goes to the center. Cool, it went to the center nicely. So now what else do we want to do? Let's change the font family and make it a nice font. I don't know what font to use. Cursive. You see there. Let's not top up the banner font there. I have no idea how it looks, but let's try and see. Cool. So we have delete your account. Let's give it a nice color. What color can we give this thing? What color can we give this font? Let's make it red. I don't know why. Let's just make it red. Delete your account is now red. Now let's make this a nice grayish blue. And check what it is. So we have NB2. NB is an H2 tag. It's gonna come back here again. Then we're gonna say H2. Cool. Let's put it in the center. But then this time play around with the color and make it gray. Let's try with gray. Cool. We have something that looks along these lines. This button here, let's make it slightly bigger. How do we change the size? Yeah, this is not responsive film, but like, just search something. I don't know why this thing is not, but again, being responsive, but it's fine. Let's also work on this one here. And I'll show you how to do it. I'm just gonna come here, navigation bar CSS. Cool. I like this navigation bar here that is slightly blue and sweet. Let's check what's about it. So we have an unordered list. We're just gonna copy this thing here. The goal is just to make this thing look more pretty. There's an ordered list here. I want to make it look pretty, and I want it to look like this one's here. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. Just gonna come here. Just gonna paste this here. And so what's interesting is that whenever there's an unordered list, we don't even need to go into the. I guess that's just it. As you can see, those things here got removed. So now we wanted to make sure that we can remove this underline here. Now let's try the horizontal vertical bar and see what we can do of it. Okay, cool. It's a horizontal vertical bar. I'm just gonna copy this, and then I'm just gonna paste it here. Display inline. Okay, cool. Didn't do anything. I don't know why, but it's fine. Just gonna take this as well. It's an A tag. Okay, cool. Interesting. Oh yeah, I want this one here. Interesting. Anyway, so this is how we do things. You just come here, copy whatever you want to copy. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I've done this before, so, but obviously the way that I'm doing it right now shows where I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. So I did something that looks cool. So now we want to remove these buttons here so that they're not there anymore. And I think we know how. Just need to change the list. Cool. Let's see what's going on. Just gonna remove this. So now we need to move that again. What do we call this? The other parts. Sure, it's been a while. 1 hour. So we have a list. We have an A tag. Cool. Let me just copy this. Yeah, let's float left. I don't know what this is gonna do, but then let's try and see. Cool. Now it's floating left. So now we just need to put a space somewhere here. And then also remove the underlinings. Cool. I'm just gonna come here, copy this. The color, I'm happy with this 666. I'm gonna remove this. Now let's see. Cool. So I did something here, but then now we don't know what's going on down here. But you see what we just did here. Even if we just do this. Dimana style. Oh, bagetsi. Kwenzenjani internet. Ntasi. No, man, dimana sinanele style, man. Arvira halam. Interesting. Let's finish creating this thing so that it looks nice. I'll fix that one. It shouldn't be a problem. I think I know what my problem might be. As you can see, if I go back to my account, the header here is slightly off. I don't know why. But then when we get here, it looks fine. And we need to make this logo here. We need to reduce the size of this logo here. So the idea is that this logo here should be slightly smaller and some on the side there. I'm gonna make it zinua. I use I'm calling that thing. Oh, it looks slightly clean. Yeah. Manage your options here. So now I need to put all these things here in the center. Let's see what we can do. Can I get zoom happen? This one here. Okay, I don't know why it's not moving to the center. Okay, I think I know why. No, but the text align in the center. Yes, fine. Let me remove this margin. Interesting. I wonder why it fixes this one here to the top and the other one is not fixed to the top. Interesting point, interesting indeed. Let's remove the border. I saw a border here. Cool, it's no border now. I think what I'm also forgetting is that I'm zoomed I'm zoomed in, so that's why I think it slightly appears very strange. But I want to take these things here and move them right to the middle. These babies here, I want to move them to the middle. Nope, they're not going anywhere. Interesting. Anyway, it's fine. So yeah, this is just CSS. But yeah, I just wanted to show you some of the things that you can do with this thing here. Cool. I'm gonna end the video here. Hopefully you grabbed something, especially about the styling. Some of the things I want to show you. Yeah, it's getting late as well for me. Sure.